Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Egbe from FieldSide Media. Please, what's your name?
I'm Enrichi.
Yeah.
Enrichi.
Okay. Um, how did you see the performance of Chelsea in the first 45 of this game?
Well, the performance from Chelsea was okay. It
Okay.
was an okay performance.
Okay.
Outstanding by one player, Kopama.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was an okay performance from a fan's perspective.
Okay.
Yes, but I was not happy with one or two lackluster mistakes from the defense line. Yeah,
Okay.
most likely the defense and the defensive midfield were too open at times. See, I think the two goals we considered were like chances created by our own self.
Okay.
So they didn't break us down. The goalkeeper and the defense line got a mix up, then the goal came about. So I'm happy that Kopama scored 4 goals, but
That's true.
the defense line and the defensive midfield could have been better.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And talking of Cole Palmer scoring 4 goals in the first half, last season he was a second top scorer. This season, do you see him winning the Golden Boot or see him competing again with Helen Haaland?
Uh, first of all, he's an attacking midfielder. So what he did
Okay.
last year was unexpected. I don't think anybody or anyone who sat watching the Premier League last season would have thought Obama would have met such numbers or like come close to such numbers
Okay.
while watching. But as an attacking midfielder, if he comes close to something like last season, then I think it's a great achievement. I,
Okay.
for one thing, is one of the best players in the Premier League right now, if not the best. Because I don't count Haaland as one because that guy's a robot. Scores for fun.
Okay.
So I think he's the best, one of the best, if I must say. So even if he doesn't match such numbers, yeah, just anything close to such numbers, it's okay.
Okay.
Because he has started so extremely well, like the match today shows. And he has been
Okay.
doing so. Without goals, assist comes. Without assist, he scores.
That's
So you
true.
see, yeah, so he must not reach such heights like last season. Just anything close. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you see the performance of Julius Baleba for Brighton in the first 45 minutes of the
As
game?
a Cameroonian, for one, I love Baleba so much. I'm
Okay.
a Chelsea fan, but uh, I like Baleba.
Okay.
If there was a player I wanted to shine for Brighton, it would have been Carlos Baleba, and he did so.
He did so. He scored a
So
goal.
he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Without the goal, I think he played well
No, he
because the
played really
midfield,
well.
he was playing against players who were tactically sound than
That's
him.
true.
That
Yeah.
he showed he could play among. He could come along with the players who were among him. Enzo Fernandez is not a slouch.
That's true.
Caicedo is one of the best in the defensive midfield category.
That's
So he
true.
showed he could mix it along with them. And scoring a goal from a defensive awareness because
Okay.
you could see from the goal he scored, he won the ball and still had the courtesy to strike. So
That's true.
he's aware and I like him very much. Anytime, even if when Cameroon plays, you see he's one of the most sharply aware players who
Yes.
take on the game and he sound tactically. So he's a very good player. I like him for one.
Okay. Um, Carlos Baleba is still too young with the experience he's already having and the energy he's putting in the game. Do you think he's going to prove it and he's going to go far, like to be one of the best midfielder in the history of Cameroon football?
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Firstly, I like what he said. He's still young. I don't
Yes.
know his age. I think maybe
Carlos Baleba is just 20.
wow, that's it. So he's just 20. But with
Yes.
the tactical mind and the sound presence he has in the midfield and the game awareness,
Okay.
you can just tell he has, in fact, the sky is his limit. Because he's so tactically sound with the presence he has in the midfield. You see
That's
the way
true.
he carries himself with the best of the best.
Okay.
He's in the Premier League, one of the toughest. You
Okay.
cannot play in the Premier League with and a midfielder as one without having that tactically sound and presence mind in the field.
Okay.
So we can only say he's stepping from height to height, going higher. So I believe for one, he can be the best midfielder Cameroon has and can ever have. With time, he'll grow.
Okay. In the second half of the game, Nicholas Jackson had some few chances, but which he did not complete them. So, what can you say about Nicholas Jackson's performance in this game in the second half?
Uh, that's a kind of tough one. I'm trying to not be negative with Jackson because
Okay.
throughout the season he has been. I think he came up with some important goals.
Yes, and
Jackson
even
is-
last game he was
yeah,
there for
yeah,
you.
That's it. He scored 2 goals last match.
Yes.
So I think the problem with Jackson is like it's a kind of and how would I put it? Kind of he plays too much in his mind. He tends to think too much.
Okay,
You could see maybe the last goal Palmer scored. It was an instinctive finish.
that's true.
He struck the ball immediately to make sure the goalkeeper doesn't have time to react.
Okay.
Jackson needs more of that. If you take the best strikers, Haaland, they do
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Take the goalkeeper unaware.
That's
Jackson tends to have so many touches. When you
okay.
take too many touches, you make the defender or the goalkeeper be aware of where the space is and where he could dive to.
Okay.
Jackson needs to learn to take his chances when he has them. Today, I will not say I'm happy with Jackson, but he had an average performance. He had an
Okay.
average performance. But I will not be so hard on him because he has done it. The season so far goes is well for him. He has
That's true.
improving.
That's
So
improved.
let's just say on to the next game. Hope he learns and takes his chances for the next game.
Yeah, that's true. Last season he did not start well, but towards ending the season he ended perfectly, and
14 goals.
yes, and he started again this season on a good foot,
Good.
which shows he's going to do well.
Yeah, we hope so.
Okay, as it stands now, Chelsea at the top three of the table, it's precisely the top spot at the third position.
Yeah.
So, do you think Chelsea can win the Premier League this season?
As a Chelsea fan, I for one, I do not think so.
Okay.
Well, okay, let's span from last season. We had
Okay.
a coach, Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah,
His
that's
work coming in was to stabilize the team with young players, I must say.
Yes.
Young players bought from all corners of the world. His work was to put the team together to have a stability.
That's true.
He did so. Let me not say he did so. The starting of the season was kind of rough.
Yeah.
We had mixed bags of results drawing here and so with teams we were supposed to win.
Okay.
Coming up to the second half of the season when we still had that mixed bag of results.
That's
but
true.
Towards the last stretch end towards the season, we started having the back-to-back wins.
Yes.
I for one I was shocked when I heard he was supposed to be sacked at the end of the season. You understand?
No, he was not sacked. He left.
Let's say he was mutual consent, but you and I know he was sacked.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Because if we say mutual consent, we knew he wanted to be in the club. But due to one or two decisions, I would say as a Chelsea fan,
Okay.
he wanted one or two players to stay, but the club wanted to sell them for pure profit. I'm just saying this because we follow the infos from the club, how they want to say it.
Okay.
But let's just say there were one or two decisions that he didn't like, but
That's
the club
true.
wanted it to stand.
That's
so you can never have a difference with the owners of the club and you the coach. You're just an employer
That's true.
or an employee.
You are just an
You are
employee
an
of the
employee.
club.
So if you disagree with the club, you only part ways. So the only thing was that they parted on mutual consent.
Okay.
And now we had a manager coming in the sense of Enzo Maresca from
That's
the championship, as they say.
Yeah.
We say he won the championship with Leicester City. One thing I like about Enzo Maresca is he's fearless, confident, and he has a playing style which we did not have with
That's
Mauricio
true.
Pochettino.
That's
We
true.
never had a playing style. We relied on individual brilliance like Opama. So
Yes.
now what we are seeing now is one, we have squad depth.
Okay.
You can see we have the lack of Pedro Neto, Enzo, João Felix, Kunku. They
Yes,
don't even
Chris-
start.
Okay.
So you can imagine the amount of squad depth we have. That's one thing we lacked last season because we had so many injuries.
Okay.
Two, we have a tactical mindset and extant coach.
Okay.
It's an Italian, mind the way. So he set the team up to win a counter-pressing team, counter-attacking team. If you watch our matches, most of our matches, we rely on the counter-attack. So what I would say is that I don't think we will compete for the Premier League, but I know we are tactically balanced now.
Okay.
So in a year or two, that's next season or two, we might. But one thing I would say is the top four race is going to be tight.
Okay.
I'm not saying we might get in. That's one to watch out for.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, but as it stands now, everybody is waiting for Chelsea to return back to the Champions League.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. It was nice having you. Hope to have you again next time.
No problem.
Okay.
Nice having you too.